Phew, maybe that bath was a bit too hot. I slowly walked back to my room, trying to cool down my overheated body. Dude, this is like, it's too real. Maybe my body feels so heavy because I stayed in the bath for too long. Or, well, maybe it's because I ate too much for dinner. We didn't have just fish, or we didn't just have fish. We also had sea snake soup. I thought we needed the sea snake for, no, whatever. It was surprisingly delicious. Sarah was scarfing it down and even asked for seconds. What's this? I half expected it to say oh, but that's... Pieces of paper are scattered on the floor. They look rather familiar. Are they like, what was her name? Kuon? It was yummy. Thanks, Sarah-chan. Heart. These are Kuon's notes. There's no mistaking it. Judging from what's written, they must be from when Sarah collected Kuon's dishes from dinner. Honestly, didn't Sarah notice that she drops them? I follow the trail of notes, picking them up as I go. Sure, feel free to ask me anything, Heart. Sarah must have asked Kuon something. You're so naughty, Blush. The hell did she ask? I think you'll come to understand when you grow up, Heart. Looks like Kuon dodged the question. Sarah-san, do you like Setsuna-san? What? What's Kuon talking about? How did Sarah answer that? Maybe I can guess on Kuon's response. What did she write next? Nice. What happened? Here, you can use this blush. There's a piece of tape below the scribble. I've been keeping them on hand just in case. What the hell is this about? Do I really have to answer that? Yes, please do. I'm really curious now. Okay. Oh, it's the big reveal. Thud. Preoccupied with the notes, I ran to a door at full speed. This game, god damn it. Hey, this is my room. The trail of notes had led me to my own door, which means that Sara's inside. That sounds bad. I was right. Lol. Kiniro Mosaic, episode 1. Shinobu, I feel dizzy. I haven't watched Kiniro Mosaic, no. Yet to watch it, dude. Must be because I stayed in the bath for too long. I'm lying. My lung bath isn't the only reason my heart is racing. God damn it, I forget that we're like at the part of the thing where apparently Setsuna likes Sara. I mean, sure. She pushes me onto. Okay, now this is going the wrong way. I did not want this game to go like this. She pushes me onto the bed without giving me a chance to reply. For some reason, I don't have the will to resist either. Oh shit! No. It's kind of what warm, and the pillow feels a little damp too. Damp? Like damp? Isn't that like? Okay, I have to just look up the word real quick. Yeah, slightly. She's been drooling in it or something. Oh no! Oh no! This game is bad. Where is this going? This is. I have a. Oops! I just opened Blender. Yes. Oh no! This is bad. What? No. Sleeping in a guy's room, how careless can she get? Not really? Usually I probably wouldn't have noticed. If your pillow is... whatever. But now the warmth and scent of Sara left on the bed are all I can feel. Uh-oh. What is going on with the story writing here? I can't take my eyes off her as she twirls her damp hair between her fingers. Oh, she just went to... I doubt it's not drooling. I think it's just she went to have a bath as well. Wasn't there only one bath? Or whatever. Can't help but wonder why Sara is waiting for me. No, I'm fine. No, I'm not. Seriously, what's wrong with me? It feels like the core of my body is on fire. There's this prickly sensation in my chest. At this rate, I will Sorry, could you open the window a bit wider? Oh my god, Setsuna dies. The end. Sarapath was the dead end. The sea breeze drifts into the room when Sarah opens the window. It's a tepid wind at best, but still cooler than the air in the room. Alright, at least my head's cooled down a little. Thanks, I feel a lot better now. When I try to get up, Sarah pushes my body down to the bed again. Though I'd finally calmed down, her touch on my skin immediately heats me up once more. This story writing is so cheesy. I can't stand it any longer. Huh? Don't. No. I suddenly realize I'm clinging to Sarah. Sarah doesn't resist my embrace. Oh, so I just hugged her? That's fine. You went to talk to Kuon a while ago, didn't you? What did you talk about? Sarah whispers near my ear. Her voice is incredibly sweet. What? This story writing is... Why is she so precious to me? Of course. Huh? Oh. Huh. Sarah averts her gaze. Uh-oh. Now I get it. God, I was bitten by the thing. Explains why I've been so excitable today. The fishmonger must have the totally wrong idea about us now. I look at the small object in Sarah's palm. Oh, it's a Johnny-san? What? Cool, she has the wrong idea too. What? What? What's a... What? 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 What's it supposed to be? What's a Johnny-san? What? What? I'm confused. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Very confused. Whatever. Don't ask me. Sarah shoots me an almost feverish glance. Wait, don't tell me she's in the mood. What? No. What? Come to think of it, she's the one who ate most of that soup. God damn it. Who came up with this? I snatch it from her hand in a flurry. Oh, so it was what I thought it was. What was suggested. This is what we do with it out the window. With the strength worthy of an Olympian. Spinning around like a throwing star, it sails through the air towards the beach. No. Okay, okay, this story, fuck. This is no. This is no. What are the chances of it hitting Nina in the head on her walk? I'm sorry, but mate, you could have thrown it in the trash. Sarah, hide your lower head. Oh no. No. Fucking. Oh fuck. This is now an ecchi harem. If Nina finds out, I'm definitely going to get kicked out of this house. Did she leave? No, we have to stay this way a little longer. Eep. Go where? Eep, what? At this rate, being found out by Rina will be the least of my problems? What? I'm down. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm very confused. Calm down, Sarah. Come back to your senses. I shout at her as I scuttle into the corner as fast as I can. Jeez, don't let out such a pathetic whimper.
すみません。
This...
私つい。
No, it's okay. Don't come within a meter radius of me anymore today, got it?
はい。
For a minute, we stand along the wall of my room staring at each other. The silence is probably going to last forever if neither of us say anything. But I feel like I'd only say stupid things if I opened my mouth, so I'm not sure how to break the silence. I mean, my head's been filled with nothing but stupid and unnecessary thoughts the entire time. Like, what would have happened if I hadn't let Sarah go back from my embrace? Or what would have happened if I hadn't thrown that thing out the window? If I'd continued petting Sarah's head? No, what am I thinking? This game. Fuck this game. I'm the older one here, so I should take responsibility and say something to change the awkward atmosphere. So, did you come to my room because of what Kuon told you? What am I saying?
まあ、全くその気がなかったと言えば嘘になりますが。
Does she mean it?
だからといって別にそそのかされたから来たわけではありません。
Huh?
ここに来たのはあくまで私の意思です。
Huh? Okay, let's calm down and sort this out. Kuon told you that the serpent's venom works as an aphrodisiac or whatever?
はい。
You came here in your PJs immediately after your bath, and then you laid down on my bed waiting for me to come back. What? You should have taken advantage of the opportunity. No, you can't. Whoa, hello. Oh. In my confusion, I hear an angel and devil whispering to my
もし
ear.
かしたら私たちは重大な間違いを犯していたのでしょうか。
How fast she went from wanting to kill me to wanting to schmack. I think the main character is all. Yeah, fuck this. This is the wrong path anyway. God. There shouldn't be any 18 plus content in this game anyway, so don't expect any. anything. A mistake, that's right. This is a mistake. We lost sight of our goal, swayed by the atmosphere. Our goal, the reason Sarah and I are together.
海蛇にはバイモン病を治す力はなかったのでしょうか。
What?
魚屋さんもクオンさんも海蛇の紅葉を知っていました。それくらいこの島では昔からよく海蛇を利用していたんです。にもかかわらずバイモン病の治療薬として知られていないということは。
Apparently I'm the only one who'd lost sight of our goals. I got engrossed in the fishing, stuffed myself at dinner, and allowed myself to be tempted by a girl. But in the meantime, Sarah didn't forget about her own goal. And then she came to my room because I'm the only one she can talk to about it. And yet, here I'm losing myself to temptation. How pathetic. Phew. Alright, time to get back to business. Don't you think it's a bit soon to give up, Sarah? I swear, Dina's gonna storm into this room. Maybe the Galando family kept the recipe for the medicine secret. Maybe they made up the aphrodisiac story to divert people's attention from its true effect. Maybe it doesn't happen a lot, or it doesn't happen a lot. Authorities deceiving people in order to protect their own power, I mean. Sarah's face remains clouded over. Can't blame her after all. I know that I'm saying something unlikely. Wait, I feel like I'm about to remember something. Give me a moment, it's on the tip of my tongue. Sarah flashes me a slight smile and shakes her head. You'll force yourself to smile again just like you did today. And you'll keep on doing so the day after, or tomorrow and the day after. It's been that way the whole time up until now, too. She was going to curse me up using venomous insects, but in the end we just played around while trying to catch them. Then we were going to investigate the haunted area, but it just ended up being a leisurely swim in the ocean. Today we're going to find a cure to Soot Blight Syndrome, but instead we enjoyed a day of fishing. We're just killing the small mysteries all around us. What will be left in the end? Nothing but a bland, boring real world. This is so stupid. It's okay to make mistakes. I approached Sarah, breaking the 1 meter rule I'd imposed on us myself. I'm talking about the reason you came to my room. You said it was because you were in the mood, right? Bug catching, swimming, fishing. For a girl like her, they're all precious summer memories, especially when they enjoy together with a guy. So what's wrong with adding another memory? You want to top them all? It'd be nice if she could look back to it one day and reminisce about the fun she had this summer, but...
それとこれとは別の話です。
Yes. This isn't what she wanted. I know we're not going out or anything. That's not what she's after, so I wouldn't make her happy. What? A main character, please stop. Maybe I'm not the right person for this, but maybe someone in this world is qualified enough to be by her side. What she wants is someone who exists outside of all logic and reason in the world.
せつなさんは私と恋人になりたいんですか？
Well,
私は恋人とは自分の命をかけられる相手のことだと思います。その人のためなら死んでもいいと思えるくらい好きですが、私は
I already know what she's going to say, but she still says out loud.
せつなさんのためには死ねません。なすべきことをなさずに死ぬことはできません。せつなさんはどうなんですか？
She's asking me for an answer even after she's rejecting me. Would there be any point in answering honestly? Would I be willing to die for Sarah's sake? Oh no! Fuck you. This is interesting because it ties into something later. Or at the very least, something like this happens. Well, spoilers. I'm not gonna go into this. It reminds me of something later in the story. Although this definitely didn't happen in the anime, unless I've forgotten. First option, she's going to kill you. If I die for her, she kills me. I don't know, man. I wouldn't be able to die. Let's just say I wouldn't be able to die for her because I also have a mission, right? That I have to complete first. Fuck it. Hello to warrior. I'm the same as Sarah. I didn't spend I didn't spend all this time with her because I want to make some fun summer memories. That's not why I'm here. Can't die for you either. These are my true feelings. If Sarah's life were in danger right in front of me, I'd most definitely try and help her. And I wouldn't mind doing anything to accomplish that. But what if sacrificing my own life were the only way of saving her? In that case, I'd probably leave her to die. I may end up regretting it deeply later, but I'm sure it's the choice I'd make. Because Sarah and I are comrades, nothing more. Shit. If one of us collapses on the way, it's the other's task to take up their load and keep on moving. Oof. That's what it means to be comrades, but...
なら、私のことは気にしないでください。
And...
私の弱音なんて、いちいち気にかけないでください。いつものことですから。
Is she going to keep on repeating the same cycle? Is she going to forget about yesterday's disappointment and today's despair and just go through the same thing all over again tomorrow? Hasn't she considered that doing so will lead her nowhere? Yeah, nothing's changed. Everybody is bound to experience disappointments in their life, and everybody will be overcome by despair at some point. Not that I have the right to talk, having no memories and such things. But I'm sure I've experienced them with my comrades, Sarah. That's why I can't afford to stand still here. There's no need to. Sorry for bringing up these weird things.
いえ、気にしていませんから。
Sarah smiles, as if she really is unfazed. I see, this is how she's been living up till now.
では早速、今後の作戦会議といきましょう。
Her disappointment and despair is what keeps her going. I should use her as an example to follow and do the same. About that, there's something I've been wondering. I finally remembered what I was about to say. It wasn't just a random whim. I've definitely seen something about the connection between sea serpents and suit blight syndrome before. Oh, yes, the library. The True Legends of Urashima. That's right. It's that book I found with Ine. One of the illustrations in it showed a woman dressed in black together with some kind of snake. Thinking back, the picture must have been... Let's go, Sana. To the library. To the underground library! Cue like superhero. Woo, transition. There, we'll find what we're looking for. Yes, here we go. Cue to Batman transition? Fuck. Oh my god. Can Nintendo claim your vids for using their music still? Probably? Probably? I know that their partnership network, or whatever they had, has died, and then they don't... I'm not sure, actually. To be fair, I'm not sure, because I haven't really uploaded a whole lot. And it's not like they claimed my Mario Kart videos in the first place. I think that you might not get claimed now for just using visuals, because I believe that when you played Wii U and Switch games, that they would just back then when the revenue share thing existed, that they would just claim video footage, not only audio. And I don't think they do that. I'm not entirely sure though. don't you shouldn't be really asking me, because I don't do a whole lot of Wii U Switch stuff. So sorry. Anyway. Back to the game. The moment we step inside, Sarah lets out a gasp of amazement. It's my second time in here, but the sheer amount of books still dazzles me. Rina's father, Ohara Norimasa, was a folklorist. They released every claim you had, so if... Oh, that means that it might be fine. Dude, it's actually raining. Holy crap. Oh, it's raining. We've had like a full week of heat and no rain. Awesome. Okay, well, anyway. That's why it's gotten so much darker since the start of the stream. Nina's father, Ohara Norimasa, was a folklorist, and apparently he was doing research on the island. Why didn't this place come to mind as soon as Sarah said she was going to stand up to Soup Light Syndrome? Must have been afraid. I must have been afraid. I felt as if the person who left that threat towards me might still be here. No, maybe the reason was much simpler. I've been ignoring the past. I thought that as a response... what? Why did I read response? My brain. I thought that someone from the future, the past didn't matter to me, and there was no need for me to know it. But that just is it. I can't read. That just isn't right. And he summarized the results of his research in... here it is. It's this book. Pick the book up from the pile. The True Legends of Urashima. Look at this page, Sarah. Open the book on the page in question and hand it to her. Show me it. I would like to see it as well. She seems to see it. I can't. She seems to have caught on immediately. And look at this woman's clothing. She's covered in all of. She's covering all of her skin. Sure looks like a Soup Light Syndrome patient to me. She starts to say something, but then seems to change her mind and swallow her words. Why are there so many S sounds? Why is there so much S in every sentence? I already know what she's going to say. This woman obviously looks like a witch. So the witches don't represent the Garando family. They seem to represent Soup Light Syndrome patients as a whole. The legend says that the disease is a curse cast upon the islanders by a witch. But in fact, it's the ill who are taken for witches and treated with contempt. Sarah's question presses me to scan the page for further information. I'm trying to pick up on some key words from amongst the scientific jargon. The custom of elixing... sorry. Okay, my brain's genuinely just dead. The custom of exiling criminals, sinners, and the contaminated exists all over Japan. Urashima, which is a single island far removed from the mainland, could be considered a perfect location for a penal colony? Is that supposed to be like for penalty? Anyway, whatever. Contaminated. I'm sure it's not just them. It probably refers to anybody affected by illness. Look, it also mentions serpents. Serpents have traditionally been likened to dragons and are worshipped as the messengers of the gods. Therefore, people who were bitten by snakes were said to have incurred the wrath of the gods and were punished for their sins. Back when there weren't any effective ways to treat diseases, the ill were feared, shunned, and despised. Nowadays on this island, Soup Light Syndrome patients are still treated that way. Yeah, colony where prisoners are being sent to, exactly what I thought. There's nothing strange about that. If the disease were contagious, the lives of everybody in the village would be in danger if it were ignored. So in order for the group to survive, it's necessary to expel the weak. The community on this island descended from a gathering of exiles. And the mainlanders derogatorily called it the island where witches dwell. So Boryujima referred to this island.
それではカランド家私の祖先は
They had the power to drive pestilence away. No, it's the exact opposite.
私たちも病人や罪人だったんですか
Eventually, they created a legend. It allowed them to assert that they were no criminals and that they had a legitimate reason to govern the island. To paint over the stigma that they were witches.
カランド家はこの島にとって特別な存在ではなかったのですか
It doesn't seem to be entirely right either. I flip to the next page and skim over it. It outlines the history of the formation of Urashima. The true purpose of the deportations was the stabilization of society. The system was deemed necessary in order to fortify social structures by removing any impurities. The same can be said about the small community of Urashima. By expelling the corrupt and the contaminated, the mainland was able to obtain peace. But it's impossible to erase any impurities from this world by simply pretending that they don't exist. That's why history repeated itself on this island. The Garando family were the ones who first proposed the subjugation of the island. They started ostracizing those who threatened the island's public peace. I unconsciously stopped flipping the pages. Want to stop? There's no response, but Sarah doesn't nod either. I flip to the next page. They're especially thorough in dealing with sufferers of soup blight syndrome, a mysterious disease that they feared. Newborn children were deliberately exposed to the sun, and if they displayed any symptoms, they were executed on the spot. Jeez. Sarah has believed in the legend and the prophecy since she was little. It was her only solace after having lost her parents, but what's written here is the opposite of everything she believes. There's no doubt that this contributed to saving the island. In order to save the majority of the people, a minority had to be sacrificed, but just how brutal can people get? How far can they go in order to survive and still get away with it? It was turned into common practice. The ceremony became known as the Sun Tribute. The fire tribute ceremony, which is still performed at Urashima Shrine today, is said to have been derived from this. The fire tributes?
覚えています。母が大きな松明を手に待っているのを。それは幻想的で、子供心に憧れて、いつか自分もやってみたいと思っていました。勝手に真似をして怒られたこともあります。一つ一つの動きに意味があるのだから。それからというもの、手取り足取り、正しい舞い方を叩き込まれました。
The specifics of the ceremony aren't recorded in the book, but they were passed down from mother to daughter. Sarah's the only person left alive who knows it.
あの舞に、そんな意味があるわけ。
The Sun Tribute has transformed into the Fire Tribute and lost its original purpose, even if its specifics have been lost to history. The past is slowly being forgotten. With the passage of time, the Galano family stopped committing these brutal murders. With the arrival of Western medicine, Hiroshima finally started modernizing. However, sufferers of the endemic disease were still discriminated against as of old. Their existence was still a heavy burden on the island. As long as the disease exists, Hiroshima will not have a future, or at least so the Galano family believed. Their new policy was to remove the sufferers from the towns and hide them from public view. Even now, several dozen patients still live confined in isolated huts scattered throughout the island. Across the island. That's what the huts were. Sarah and I exchanged glances. The hut that we found on the shore and the one in the mountains, they were built in order to quarantine soup blight syndrome sufferers. Oh shit, that means that the girl that Sarah used to play with was a soup blight syndrome sufferer? And then when the fucking thing got burnt down and they said no one died because they were not part of the... They were seen as a nobody locked into a hut. Anyway. Maybe. Now they've been abandoned, but when this book was written about 10 years ago, there were still people living in them. In one hut I visited, there lived a young girl all by herself. She must have been separated from her family at a very young age. Since she was unable to speak or understand language, I decided to give the girl a name, Maya. Uh-oh. It's the Neosara's friend. Guess what I just said. So she really existed, and she was quarantined in a small hut because she had soup light syndrome. It's probably a secret, only known to a handful of adults like Ohara and Norimasa, a member of the three families. Of course, there would have been no way for Sarah to know this at the time, and there shouldn't be any official records of it either. Still, this is the true origin of the stories about people being spirited away. Fuck. Can't answer that question. She's been isolated from the community. It's not hard to imagine that everything would have been hushed up if she'd been killed in a fire. Fuck. Sarah skims over the pages again with bloodshot eyes. However, the answer couldn't possibly be found there, because this book was written before the fire occurred. Eventually, she reaches the final page and stops. The final page contains an afterword. I cannot judge whether or not the conduct of the Galano family is proper. There's also plenty of room for argument as to why they had that special right. However, personally, I wish to believe that they willingly took on the dirty work in our stead. As a member of another of the three families, I cannot blame them for anything they did. The burden of the sin ought to be shared by us all. Is it really a sin to weed out the weak, or the weak ones themselves the sinners who deserve to be punished? Or does the sin lie within society, which is too weak to survive without sacrificing anybody? And who is supposed to bear the punishment for the sin? Well... But what if? What if that destiny was shaped by the sin she inherited from her ancestors? Is this the punishment bestowed upon the Galando family to keep on struggling towards unattainable dream? The time should be about to change. The threat of soup light syndrome and the grudges between the three families are all becoming things of the past, and as the children should have been able to gain their freedom. But nothing has changed yet. Sarah, who's looking towards the future more than anyone, is still trapped in the past. No, maybe it's only natural. Sarah wasn't looking towards the future, she was just averting her gaze from the past. Shit! I don't believe you. Nevertheless, I can't blame just her. Don't let me choose, I fucking swear. The ones at fault here are our ancestors who tried to conceal the past and allowed it to fade, yes. Sarah is not at fault here, but I don't believe her. That's not true, Sarah. I point to the last page in the book. I would like to express my sincerest thanks to Galando Maria for her invaluable advice on writing this book. Galando Maria, it's my first time seeing the name, but I've got a hunch who it refers to. Seems like I was right. This book contains the dark pages of the Galando family history, which is why they've kept concealed from public view. Would have been impossible for someone from the Ohara family to do all this research by himself. Your mom helped him. Does the truth better be written down? This one sentence isn't enough for us to understand the full circumstances. However, she probably wanted to bring the chapter to a close. No matter how much of the past is concealed and forgotten, it won't erase the sins they committed. If she's delayed the atonement even further, her daughter, Sarah, would have had to take it over. Did she... In order to close the chapter of the past, it was necessary to publicize the fact. Don't tell me that the Galando family created the fire themselves to try to just commit suicide or something. That's why she worked together with Ohara and Norimasa, Rina's father, to create this book. They both passed away before it could be published, taking their wish to face up to the past with them. No, it's not true. At this very moment, their wish is being conveyed to the next generation. You don't believe your mom? Sarah flinches and looks up at me with slightly fearful expression. I could see the confusion in her eyes. Everything she believed until today was just disproved by her own mom. Fuck. And if her own mom can't be trusted, who can? Didn't you say you wanted to be like your mom when you grew up? She decided to face up to the past. If you ignore any inconveniences and arm yourself with warped logic, the veneer of lies is going to start peeling off one day. Once it's exposed to the salt wind, it's only going to rust. How about you? It's okay to dream big and work towards your ideals. There's meaning in trying to make progress, but that'll only ring true if you know exactly what you're working towards. If you're just running without believing in whatever lies ahead, then you're just running away. The problem is, what do you believe in? Her mother, who uncovered the past, or the prophecy brought here from the future. What's worth believing in to Sara? Maybe it's her own wish. It's not as if Sara never doubted she was really the one who'd saved the island. She's been hesitating almost every day, experiencing anxiety and despair, and yet she kept on trying to believe with all her heart. She just barely managed to keep herself together by trying not to hesitate or doubt and trying to expel all thoughts about it from her head. Fuck. Poor Sara indeed. Shit. She finally brings up the question she's avoided all this time. What's the meaning of her life? Well, the meaning of life is to finish college, go find work, find a SO, get children. That's life. The meaning of life is to make offspring, so your species keeps going, whatever. I'm not the one who can give her the answer. Usually it's something that a parent has to teach their child. It's their responsibility, and the ones who gave the child life. As far as parents are both gone. For a very brief moment, I feel an intense hatred towards Galana Maya, who left nothing but this book when she passed away. If only she were alive, Sara would have been able to live her life as a normal girl, but... Because your parents saved you in the fire. Sara just declared she couldn't die for my sake, but what is she living for? All I can do is watch her and as her tears stain the pages of the book. I can't even stop those tears, much as answer a question. I just declared that I couldn't die for Sara's sake, but then why am I here? Why am I here with Sara? You dicks. Did the music just... Oh, the music just ended right. Fuck. I hate this so much. Fuck this game. I don't see the implications of either. To wipe her tears or to wait for her to stop crying by herself. Fuck. Wipe her tears. I feel like this is gonna be the dead end. Anyway, whatever. Whoops. Right, wiping her tears is the least I can do. I'll keep wiping them until her tears run dry. If they never do, I'll stay by her side forever. Even if we don't know the reason, the fact remains that she's here and I'm here too. Do I want to stay by her side forever though? That's not why I was summoned here. That's it. Whatever. Sara. I reach out for her face when... Huh? A sharp pain shoots through my arm. Oh, this is the end time. Like I'm overcome by sudden muscle ache. I die on the spot. What? Okay. Suddenly I'm laying powerless on the floor. My body feels like lead. I can't move a muscle. Can't even breathe properly. Oh, jeez. Don't do this. Fuck. They're supposed to disappear into the distance, but I can't turn my head. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. All I can see is the book. Is that book lying on the floor. The pages of the book start flipping as of its own will. Whoops. Shit. I'm suffocating. Consciousness is fading. Vision's going dark. The last thing I see before it fades away completely is illustration of a woman holding a snake. What's the wrong option? Fuck you. Fuck you. God damn it. Wait. It's not ending. Wait. What? Fuck. But something is. Oh, okay, we go from that to this. What the fuck? Okay, something is jiggling right in front of my face. Well, that looks great. What the fuck just happened? The fuck just happened? The fuck just happened? Feel like reaching out to no game. Feel like reaching out to touch it, but body won't obey. What the fuck? My vision is blurry and eyes won't focus. Fuck what? Okay. I basically just had a fucking heart attack or some shit. That was fuck. That was not good because I've experienced something like that. Anyway, whatever. Vision's blurry and my eyes won't focus. Still, I'm sure there's something there. After a while, it comes even closer. God. What? No, what? It's so close and my lips are almost touching it. Finally realize what it is. But fuck this game. Fuck this game. Boobs, right? A fine pair. Fuck this game. The lines in this game. God damn it. Fuck this. A fine pair of boobs, clad in pink, are dangling right in front of my eyes. This must be heaven. What does that mean? I'm dead. No, this has to be a dream. Yeah, it's a sequel to the dream I had this morning. And if this is a dream, then it's okay to grab them. Focus on my strength in my fingers. Reach out for those dreamy boobs. 5mm, 3-1. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm never giving up. What the fuck is going on? What? Hospital? Question mark? Am I alive? Is this still me? I thought, and who? Wait, where's my big-breasted lady? What the fuck? I look around, scanning my surroundings. I'm in an unfamiliar bed in an unfamiliar room, and was that still a dream? That was a dream just now? Fucking hell. I'm alive? Question mark. Ugh. Sarah embraces me with tears in her eyes. Hey, why am I half naked? What? My nipples, she's rubbing against them and it excuse me. What the fuck are these lines? Okay, could you get off me? Fuck these lines. The game is so dumb. What's going on here exactly? My right arm seems to be bandaged. We're in the there was a pain in my arm, right? We were in the library right now. Suddenly couldn't move. Who was that woman who I just saw? The poison. It shouldn't have been poison. Like the serpent stuff was aphrodisiac or whatever. Anyway, whatever. Am I starting to get an idea of what happened? I passed out, but how and why? And the book started flipping on its own. What the fuck? And they must have treated me here while I was out cold, which means those boobs I just dreamed about must belong to that Dr. Maurice. The snake did bite me. You know, that's well, we'll probably hear it. Tanner calls out towards another room and hear footsteps approaching. What the fuck? Am I going to meet my first well-endowed woman on this island? What the fuck is my character saying? That's what I thought. An old geezer with a face like burnt toast. That's what I thought would happen. Why? 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 It was a dream. Oh. Oh. Fuck, is this going to be okay? Dr. Maurice, what happened to me? Fuck! Jeez! What happened to me? Yeah, okay. It was the snake. Snake? Wait a minute, I don't think I got bit. The fish monger took out the venom glands for us?
なんか言ったかいの
Fuck! How many times do I have to repeat this kind of picture? Because I was... whatever. I wasn't bitten!
サラちゃんから聞いたぞ。海蛇を
Other fish? It wasn't the serpent. It wasn't the serpent? I ate a fish that got bitten by the serpent. What the fuck?
選ぶ海蛇の毒はハブの100倍強力じゃからの。口合いに傷でもありゃ、そこから体の中に毒素が入ってくる。
I think I know what he's talking about.
なに、高血性を打ってやったからの、もう大丈夫じゃ。もう手当てが遅れれば死んどったかもしれんが。
So it was a close call. Forget that. Is Sada okay?
はい、この通りです。リンネさんとクオンさんも念のため検査していただきましたが、異常ありませんでした。
Thank goodness. I see, that's good. Seems like I was the only unlucky one, or maybe I'm lucky for having survived.
先生、今夜は入院になるんですか？
What the fuck?
直接噛まれたわけじゃなし、これだけ元気なら心配はいらんじゃろうて。そうじゃの。念のため一晩くらいは泊まっていっても。
Do I have to choose again? Fuck you. Don't look down my own body and try opening and closing my hands a couple of times. Feel a little sluggish, but it doesn't seem anything serious. I'm fine. I'm going home. Thank you. This is my first time at a hospital, but it feels like I'm dealing with some kind of remote tribe. Medical fees. Fuck. God, I forgot about that. 150, right? Never mind. That's only 15,000. Yeah, 50,000 yen. Yeah, $140. Yeah. So it used to be about like 100 used to be $1, but let's see, what is it really? Because it's changed over time. 100 yen is like 92 cents, and euro, 83 euro. It's still comparable to just say 100 yen is $1, something like that. And remove a little bit, remove like 10%. Anyway, whatever. That much, 140. I've been taking quite a few days off lately, so I think I only have about 40,000 saved up. It's quite a hard hit in the wallet, but I suppose my life is priceless. Shit. Fuck. Please put it on my tab. Goodbye to my life savings. He whispers with a crafty grin. That's not really... Is that okay? Fuck. I think that would be fraud, exactly. Fuck. What am I supposed to do?
嘘には2種類あるんじゃよ。誰かを傷つけるための嘘と、わしは誰かを救うための嘘ならついてもいいと考えておる。
Lies to help people, but it won't end up hurting someone else if. Tada.
ここは甘えておきましょう。実際、私が毒に当たっていたかもしれないわけですし。
That's not fair, though. She isn't wrong, but I wonder why this doesn't sit right with me.
夜分遅く。
Fuck.
ご迷惑をおかけしました。
いいんだよ。人を救うのが医者の務めじゃ。うん？
Fuck.
言ったかいの。
ありがとうございました。
Sarah and I both bowed him. Did I say bow? Thank you very much. Fuck this. I'm still a bit bothered, but I suppose I should just be grateful for his help. Okay, now remember what bothers me. Don't you have a doctor with big boobs? Fuck this goddamn game. It's really important to me, okay? I'm sure I saw a lady with big boobs. Yes. But that jiggling was so realistic, it couldn't have been a dream. It could have been a 3D simulation of a video game. It said, it definitely weren't created by multiple layers of padding. It was the real thing, I swear. Fuck this game. Where does magnificent boobs go? Shit. Why are you getting upset? It's starting to get a little bit awkward between Sada and me and when the doctor interrupts. Who's Ulan-chan? Ulan? But there's no way I would have seen her. New nurse! I like the sound of that! Fucking god. Where's Ulan-chan? Where? Love to have a chance to meet her and now express my gratitude. She showed me something amazing. Sorry, she saved my life. That's such a shame. Oh, come again! Fucking game. Sarah's angry. I promise I'll come again. Sarah half drags me away from the clinic. Fucking game. Shoulder to shoulder, we walk along the road back towards the mansion. By the way, just so you remember that Sada was not my most favorite option in the game. But for some reason, I didn't know it was gonna choose different paths with that question, so we're going with Sada first. I do want to see the other characters' paths later, obviously. With her short legs, Sarah occasionally falls behind. She has to break into a jog to catch up with me. Come to think of it, this is probably the first time walking out at night with her. The first girl I walked out at night with was cool. I slow my pace a little in order to match hers. This way I can look at the surroundings and enjoy the scenery at my leisure. Wow, the stars are so pretty! Fuck. Stop, the fucking joke is over. Oh yeah, she's right. Finally alone with her again. There ought to be something more important than the scenery to talk about. I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused. You're still in a bad mood? Jealousy? What else? What's she talking about? What else I could have done to her? Oh, sorry for making you worry. Oh. Oh, must Sarah felt waiting for my treatment like this? Did she pray for my recovery while she was waiting for me to regain consciousness? The wait must have been torture. Pure torture. How anxious must she have been when praying was all she could do. First of all, I need to apologize for what I made her go through. Jesus Christ. I resign myself and listen to her abuse. Oh no. Verbal abuse, no. Must have hurt her just as much as these words are hurting me after all. This is Plutia again. She tightly grips my sleeve. What? I won't, I promise. Collapses to the ground. Today I said that I can't die for Sarah's sake, but I need to amend my statement a little. I can't die because I need to be here for her. Don't worry. No, I was totally on board with the plan. I'm just as much responsible if you think about it. I knew it was venomous. I shouldn't have been careless enough to throw it into the bucket alive. If fortune hadn't favored her, then Sarah would have been the one to get poisoned, and her small body might not have been able to withstand the poison's effect. You should have thought this through more carefully. Sarah and I haven't found our purpose in life yet, and we still don't know why we met or why we're still sticking together. But I feel like we've at least found a reason why we can't afford to die just yet. So I'm glad there's a doctor on this island. It was a pretty close call, wasn't it? Would he know more about soup blight syndrome? Sarah's face clouds over.
苦しむ刹那さんを前に何もできませんでした。
There's nothing to blame yourself for. Regular people have no choice but to rely on doctors when they get sick. Sarah isn't at fault whatsoever. And yet...
やっぱり私は人を救える力が欲しいです。
Wouldn't everyone? She's one with that wish.
ガランド家の名前も予言も関係ありません。私は私の大切な人が暮らすこの島を。
No matter what hardships she faces, no matter how unattainable her dreams, she never gives up. That's just who she is. I might have been dead if you hadn't been there with me. You called the doctor, didn't you? If you hadn't, I would have probably just died there on the floor.
そんなこと。
Have some confidence. You saved my life, you know. It's perfectly possible to save people even if you don't have any special powers. Sarah's reply is nearly inaudible, almost drowned out by the sound of the waves. People's powers are so small and insignificant compared to the large ocean waves. We don't have the power to split the rowdy seas and walk right through. Oh boy, is this a jab at the Bible? What? Hello? But it doesn't mean we're completely powerless. Sarah's rapid response saved my life at least. Her answer reached my ears if no one else's. Your ancestors must have had the same worries as you, and so they did whatever they could in their respective lifetimes. That's why you're here right now, so I think it's alright for you to be proud of them. I don't think that's just what Dr. Morrison meant exactly, but all deeds can be divided into two categories, those that hurt others and those that save others. But they're two sides of the same coin. Sometimes you could save somebody by hurting someone else, and sometimes you hurt somebody by saving someone. There's no point in discussing whether such acts are right or wrong. If that's what the ancestors decide to do after careful deliberation, you have to respect their decisions. Also, I just read the line, we don't have the power to split the rowdy seas and walk right through. Sounds like a jab at the Bible. Whoops. Why do you think your mother left that book? I thought it was because she might have wanted to close a chapter of history, but maybe there's a different reason. Maybe she did it out of respect. Or she must have been shocked and disappointed when she first learned about what her ancestors did, just like Sarah. But she couldn't condemn them for it. They dirtied their own hands for the greater good of the island. She couldn't denounce that as entirely wrong. Surely she must have wished to save the island as well, just like Sarah. So maybe she helped write that book in order to justify their actions. People have very limited power. That's why they try so hard to make use of their power, the power that they have. Sometimes they hurt others in the process, while sometimes they save them. That's how history is written. It's all just speculation on my part, though. But can't you believe in your mom a little more, if you think about it that way? Behind us is the path that our ancestors laid out, but it doesn't determine our future course. The ancestors are just watching us from behind. That's why we're able to progress towards the future with confidence.
そうですね。
That's also why Sarah and I can keep on living. That was certainly a thing. I expected the end screen to appear. I had an amazing dream. More boobies. A single woman was sitting at a desk, writing in a place so tranquil it could have been the Garden of the Gods. Her pen slid smoothly across the paper, the sound of which was the only thing punctuating the silence. I was captivated by her elegant mannerisms and classy demeanor, and I wished that the moment would last forever. But it was just a dream. If I reached out my hand, she would surely vanish into thin air. If I called out to her, my voice would surely die away before it reached her, so I just kept on watching. Eventually the woman noticed me. She raised her gaze and said,
何か?
She flashed a gentle smile. Sunday, August 22nd. Do I keep going? Today'll be a very pleasant day. It's sunny with cloudy periods with mild temperatures typical for September. The approaching anticyclone will bring dry air. Oh, it's just getting interesting. Oh, it's Karan again. Oh yeah, there were other people here. There are other people in this story. Karan enters the living room, dragging the vacuum cleaner behind her. Since it's Sunday today, she's been accompanying me since the early morning, which is fine and all, but the weather lady's smile gives me the energy to keep going every day. Now you'll have to do. My foot! It's sucking up my foot! This day would have been perfect, not for the fact that I can't really slack off when Karen's around. Not slacking off or anything, I'm just checking the weather forecast before I start doing the laundry. I just, you know, combining work and play into... My shirt! It's sucking up my shirt! The forecast said it would be sunny. I see. Now she mentions it. I guess it makes sense. But I can't really trust your wild instinct. My hair! It's sucking up my hair! Oh no! Ow, ow, ow. My ears are dying. Ow, ow, ow. Fuck. Ow, 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 ow. Stop! God damn it. Phew, she finally let me go. What's with that look? She finally looks away. Karan would have been a good path to take, as well as Dine. And instead we have Sara. Anyway. Isn't she satisfied yet after hurling all that abuse at me? Sarah appears after looking rather sleepy. What? Sarah appears looking rather sleepy, her slippers flapping across the floor. You have to hear this. Karen just... Sarah, there's sleep in your eyes. What? Stay still, I'll wipe it for you. Karen's giving me reproachful glare. I guess you could call it that. She really doesn't trust me, does she? Nothing, I swear. Like Karen said, we were just talking about the weather. Forecast on TV said it'll be sunny today, but Karen's saying there'll be a storm or something. Sarah pats her chest before turning towards Karen. Hey, I wasn't done explaining. Yes. Of course. Sarah kicks her slipper up in the air. Yes. This reminds you of, like, are you ready for a miracle? Sarah pats her chest. Yes. That doesn't prove anything. Look, you shouldn't have said this. And I wouldn't have done this if you hadn't said it. Yes. Yes. Weren't you saying it was magic? Karen and I exchanged glances. We weren't really fighting in the first place, but whatever. Alright, let's agree that it will be sunny. I put the clothes on and it starts raining anyway. There's not much of a difference between believing in a forecast, your instincts, or fortune telling. Well, weather forecast has a lot of stuff behind it though. Lots of calculations. And instincts and fortune telling are not very, not really a thing to rely on. Yeah, whatever. It's impossible to accurately predict the future anyway. Well, whatever. Might as well believe in whatever sounds best to you. That's not the greatest advice I've ever heard, but whatever. Okay, I'll try and predict tomorrow's weather. Like this, there. Bonk on the head. Well, just to kick my slipper, I'm distracted by Dina's voice and it flies out in the wrong direction. Ugh. It's flung towards the ceiling and... Oh, for fuck's sake. The chandelier smashed to pieces. I wonder what happened with the thing that I threw out the window that landed on Sarah's head. Oh, whatever. Fragments of glass come raining down and sparks are sent flying. God damn it, MC. Oh no, please don't kill me. I'm fired, probably. Oh god. Yes, I grovel on the ground. I'm sorry, I'll pay for it. Please forgive me, I didn't mean any harm. I'm so sorry, Princess Lina. Starting to get used to prostrating myself. A chandelier too won't make much of a difference at this point. Nice. Phew, I'm so glad Nina is a wealthy princess. Oh, I don't know what this is about, but I'm terrified. Shit. Oh fuck, fuck. No, we don't talk about that one. It came from Kuon's room. I don't know what Kuon's doing with it. Alright, fuck this game. She dangles something above my head. Why did you have that? Is that Johnny's song? Emil, don't look at the text that's on screen. Oh my god. Tippy on Venus jacket. Yeah, look at the little thing here and don't look at the text, alright? You totally got the wrong idea. Look, it's from Kuon. Don't blame me. Holy shit. I wasn't planning on using that. Oh no! Oh my god, fuck. Oh, god damn, this game is so dumb. Fuck this. Fuck this game. Go ahead and tell her, Sarah. Fuck this game! Why does she have to go and make things more complicated? Fuck this game. Oh my god. What? Wait a minute, don't just go and give her your approval. And Sarah, stop looking so smug. Why do I get the feeling there'll be even more wild rumors about it just now? No. Fuck's sake, this is bad. This right, the rumors are going to get crazier. Oh no. Sarah, can't you explain? Fucking runs. What? She's leaving me alone in this sticky situation? Can't bury any bodies in here? Oh shit. Oh no. Phew, I thought I was done for. I fall down onto my bed. After about an hour of relentless interrogation, I'm completely exhausted. They treated me like some kind of criminal. Glad I managed to clear things up somehow, at least. I guess this just goes to show how much they care. Naturally, it isn't me they care about, it's Sarah. They're all daughters of the 3 families, and Sarah's the youngest of them. She's gone through more hardship than anyone else. It's perfectly understandable that they at least raise their eyebrows at Sarah hooked up with a guy like me. Though that wasn't my intent when I got close to her. I don't mean any harm, and I sure don't have any ulterior motives either. Maybe just a little bit, but as Sarah said, it's an entirely different matter. What the fuck? Emil, don't worry. It just doesn't look that way to others, apparently. When a guy and a girl of marriageable age are hanging out together, sometimes even in others' rooms, it looks like they're in a relationship. This is ridiculous. Not really desperate to gain anybody's understanding. Hell, I don't think anyone would understand anyway, but Sarah and I just aren't like that. Our relationship isn't that simple. So what is it then? Why do Sarah and I spend so much time together? We're trying to move on in life, and by supporting each other, I understand that much. But where are we trying to go? Dina's comments may not have missed the mark entirely.
せめて責任の取れる大人になるまでは。私はもう16歳。
Stop.
結婚も可能な年齢ですが、自立できるようになってからって意味よ。私はとっくに一人で暮らしていますが。
Stop. Problem doesn't lie with Sarah, it's me. I'm nowhere near being a responsible grown, so where am I trying to take her?
せつなさん、今よろしいですか?
Why is there a question mark? It's pretty obvious anyway. Sarah's voice sounds from the hallway. Not sure. Just wait a minute. Take a deep breath and try to focus. I can't let her catch wind of any doubts. Alright, come in.
すみません。お忙しかったですか?
Oh, I was just thinking about something. About the falsifiability of a new unified field theory which could serve as evidence of a fundamental contradiction in the chronology protection conjecture. Not even sure what I'm talking about myself.
さすがはせつなさんです。私も常々時間順序保護仮説にはどこか納得できないと思っていたんです。
What? She understands me.
そもそもこの世界を4次元以上だと捉えることができるのはあくまで数式の上だけで、実際の世界とは明らかに乖離を。
Well, let's leave the topic aside for now, shall we?
そうでした。今はタイムトラベルより大切なことがありました。
What? Sarah slightly clutching that book in her arms. More important than time travel, huh? We've moved from supporting each other, and Sarah has already started out on a journey of her own. Maybe I'm just the one who's lost, without a real goal in sight. Is it something I can help you with? If so, I wonder why I'm still gravitating towards her. Maybe it's not Nina or Karen, but me.
むしろ、ぜひともせつなさんにお願いしたいことです。
Awesome, I'll do whatever I can. Maybe I'm the one who's most concerned with Sarah?
それでは、まずはお姉ちゃんのところへ向かいましょう。
I've got this, let's go. That's weird, I'm sure she was here just until moments ago. I look around, but I don't see the maid anywhere. Maybe she's already gone home after finishing her work. But now I don't know where Karen lives. Wait, didn't she used to live at Karen's place? Do you want to go visit her?
いいえ、それはできれば最後の手段にしたいところです。
Oops, I've forgotten about the complication between Sarah and the Kuritzes. Anyway, what's the purpose of this mission? Sarah ponders my question for a moment, dropping her gaze into the book in her hands.
この本に書いてあることが正しいとするならば、ガランド家はつい最近までバ門病患者を管理していたことになります。つまりその記録が浦島神社には残されていたと思われます。
But 5 years ago, I pause, trying to carefully choose my words, but Sarah interrupts me.
はい。ですので、もし放火で焼かれていなければということになりますね。残っていれば、クルツ家に保管されている可能性が高いです。
I see. She wants to ask Karen about it, but doesn't want to deal with the rest of the family. So today's mission is to search for any unofficial documentation regarding soup blight syndrome, right?
都合よく治療法がわかるとは思えませんが、少なくともどんな治療を試したのかくらいは記録されているでしょう。あるいはどういう人間が発症しやすいのかがわかれば原因解明につながるかもしれません。
It's impossible to discover the cure to an illness within a day. First, it's necessary to conduct an epidemiological survey. Who got sick and when? What could the possible causes be? By asking questions like that, the cause can be determined, after which you can start developing a cure. But there's one thing that still bothers me. If there's really a record of soup blight syndrome patients, it would indeed be of a valuable source of information, but it would also act as evidence for her ancestors' mistakes. It's part of the past that the islanders would rather not see dug up. Well, what would they have done if they wanted it to be buried in the past forever, right? Burning it would have been the simplest solution. Hey, sorry, it's just an assumption, but what if the fire 5 years ago was started by somebody who wanted to erase the past? What if the shrine was set on fire because somebody wanted to burn the documents? In that case, there shouldn't be anything left of it. In fact, we'd have an even bigger problem. The burn scar on my back starts stinging painfully. Wouldn't we be in danger if we dredged up the past again at this point? I don't care about myself, but what of Sarah, who survived the fire?
なおさら見逃すことはできません。
She still wouldn't give up. She doesn't mind putting herself in danger as long as it's fine for the future of the island. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't worry about that. If it comes to the worst, if worst comes to worst, I'll just have to protect her, just like how I protected her from the sea serpent's venomous fangs yesterday. I have to keep on protecting her.
それより憂慮しなければならないのはもっと別のことではないでしょうか。
Hey, Spear. What do you mean?
事件の後、焼け残ったいくつかのもの、もちろん私自身も含まれますが、それらはすべてクルツ家に移されました。もしすべて計算づくだったとしたら、私を引き取った目的がその資料の入手にあったとしたら、
Could Sarah be implying that the Kurtz family is behind all this?
そうは言っていません。しかしそう考えなければいろいろとできすぎだと言っているんです。おかしいと思いませんか？なぜ御三家の中でクルツ家だけが権力を保っているのか。
Basically saying the same as saying that she suspects them. And her prime suspect is none other than the mayor, Kurutsu Moritsugu.
私は昔からクルツ家だけは信用できないと思っていました。
Kurutsu took Sara in after the fire, but she refused to become a member of the family and chose to live her life alone. Maybe she had a hunch somewhere deep inside that the family who once saved her were actually...
黙って聞いてりゃ、さっきからふざけたことばっか抜かしやがって。
Tsukada and Kutsukada and her shoulders are shaking with anger.
クルツ家があの火事の黒幕だ。目的は売門病患者の資料だ。
She sounds like a completely different person.
何アホみたいなこと言ってんだよ。
This is just belong when she gets angry. Her tone makes it clear this isn't just her usual potty mouth.
サラ、お前はとうとう現実と妄想の区別もつかなくなったのか。
Hey, calm down. This is all just speculation.
あんたには関係ねえよ。
Kind of shows me out of the way and stands imposingly in front of Sara.
お前は
What the fuck?
なくだらねえ理由で
What
う
the
ちを出たの
fuck?
か。
What? What am I looking at? What the fuck is this?
答えろよ、おい。変わりません。
What?
お前はなくだらねえ理由でうちを出たのか。変わりません。変わりません。変わりません。
Isn't she saying I don't know? Oh, whatever.
聞こえねえよ。くだらなくなんかありません。
Oh, there's a God, he must not. Whatever.
この島を救うことの何が悪いんですか。最初から諦めて逃げ出そうとしているお姉ちゃんに何がわかるんですか。それに私は両親を殺されたんです。この島に住む誰かに。犯人
What
探
if it
し
was suicide
何
though?
がくだらないんですか。ちげえよ、あれはただの火事だったって。納得したつもりはありませんが、いえ、むしろ今確信しました。クルツ家であれば真相をもみ消すことだって簡単です。私の両親を殺したのはクルツモリツグです。お前、それ本気で言ってんのか。あの親父がんなことできる玉に見えんのか。人を見かけで判断することはできません。お姉ちゃんが 人殺しの娘には見えないように。
ふざけたことを。
I missed my chance to stop them. Their arguments are going too far. There's nothing I can do at this point. What Conan says next is just another nail in the coffin.
ガランド家こそ人殺しの一族じゃねえか。バイモン病患者を殺して殺しまくって、それで全てが丸く収まると勘違いしてんのがガランド家だ。
Conan
も
knows?
ともとクルツ家はな、そんなガランド家の暴走を止める役割を担ってたんだよ。そのガランド家から人殺し呼ばわりされるとは世も末だな。
Karen lets go of Sarah. Oops. Sarah slumps onto the floor and sits there unmoving.
どうやら私らの代になっても両家の関係は変わらなかったみてえだな。お前が暴走して私がたしなめる。正直子守はうんざりだ。
Sarah slowly raises her head to reveal a creepy smile.
なるほど。それが理由ですか。
あ？どういう意味だ？
クルツ家はその昔、ガランド家がバイモン病患者を殺すことを暗黙のうちに認めていた。しかし近年になり、そんな過去が厄介になってきた。だからガランド家に全ての罪を着せて家ごと消そうと。
いい加減にしろってんだよ。感謝はされてもな、恨まれる筋合いはねえよ。忘れたのか？島中から厄介者扱いされてたお前を引き取ってやったのは誰だ？お前が今日まで生きてこれたのは誰のおかげなんだ？
それも計画のうちだったのでは？ガランド家を取り込むための。
話にならねえな。もういい。好きなだけザレ言ほざいてろ。で一人で意もしねえ敵と戦い続けろ。
私は一人ではありませ
What?
ん。
Don't bring me into here. Sarah replies with a fierce look in her eyes. Where's she getting all the strength from?
そうですよね。刹那さん。
Fuck! What? Gaze is directed towards me. Is it me?
刹那さんさえいれば、たとえ他の誰を敵に回しても構いません。
You.
刹那さん
This
さえいれば
game is
全ての陰謀
shit.
を明る
It's
みに
gonna
出す
ask
ことがで
me.
きます。刹那さんさえいれば、この島を救えます。
My source of her strength? Where am I trying to go? Where am I trying to take her?
刹那さん、
Her gaze is wavering.
刹那さん、どうして答えてくれないんですか？
I don't understand anything.
あんたにサラを頼むって言ったのはあれ失敗だったかもな。
I've been taken in by Sarah's kind words for me. What? Did I misread? Wait. I've been taken in by Sarah's kind words for me. When Sarah stopped, I gave her a push in the back and forced her to keep moving forward.
なも何も信じてねえのと変わらねえよ。
That way I wouldn't need to think about anything myself.
刹那さん、まさか刹那さんも。
Was I wrong? Did I push Sarah the wrong path?
刹那さんも私の敵になるんですか？
Can't we turn back anymore?
刹那さんも私を騙していたんですか？
Can't you start from the beginning again? Somehow fix our
それ
relationship.
ならそれで構いません。私は私の宿命に従ってなすべきことをなすだけです。私はこの島を救います。たとえ一人でも。
Sarah runs off. She doesn't even spare me or cut in a glance.
くそ
What?
やっちまった。頭に血が上るとすぐ言わなくていいことまで言っちまう。たくもう私はこれだから。
Cut in.
分かってるよ、うるせえな。だから反省してんだよ。
No, it's my fault that it went this far.
分かってんならいいんだよ。反省してろ。つっても無理な注文か。
Connor flashes a slight smile as if she can see right into my
あん
mind.
たはまだ何も分かっちゃいねえよな。
She's right. I'm the one who's egging Sarah on, but I had a reason to
あ
do
んた
so.
はさ、まだ自分が未来人だって信じてんだろ。この世界を救う使命があるって。
Can't deny that. That's the one thing I can't let go, no matter what anyone tells me, even if there's no evidence.
あんたは重症だよ。サラ以上にな。
She's probably right.
別に非難するつもりはねえよ。私にだって夢はある。大人たちに否定されても捨てられねえ夢がな。きっといつか叶えられるって信じてるし、これからも信じ続ける。けど、サラの夢は取り返しのつかねえ夢だ。
She wants to save the people from soup blight syndrome, which could well be accomplished someday, but Sarah's superimposing her parents' deaths over her otherwise attainable dream. Her gaze isn't fixed on the future, it's firmly focused on the
私
past.
は火事の後もしばらく神社を動こうとしなかった。無理やり家に連れ帰っても気がついたら神社に戻ってた。あいつそこで何をしてたと思う？
Was she crying, spacing out, or...
血眼になってさ、焼け跡から両親の骨をかき集めてたんだよ。おかげであれだけの火事にしちゃ珍しく、きっちり2人分の骨が見つかった。けどいくら骨を集めても死んだやつは帰ってこねえ。それこそ過去にでも戻れねえ限りな。
Most people tend to try and forget their painful memories as they grow up. Even Sarah's dream is slowly changing. She simply wanted to save those who were suffering from soup blight syndrome. But then I arrived and messed things up. I boasted that I'd come from the future. That was going to change the past. That was what made her remember those painful memories she'd been wanting to forget. I'll go after her. She's probably headed towards the Kudutsu family home. Could you show me the way?
言って、どうする気だ?
I'm going to try and convince her to give up on her dreams. Could I really get those words to cross my lips?
やめとけって。あんたとサラは波長が合いすぎるんだ。最初はいいコンビだと思ったんだけど、どうやら私の予想とは違う方向に噛み合っちまったらしい。つうわけで、ま、あんたは気にすんな。全部私の責任だよ。
Don't worry about it, it's impossible. If I hadn't come to the island, Sarah wouldn't have had to recall any of those painful memories. No, let me deal with the consequences of what I've done. If you won't show me the way, I'll just have to search all the houses on the island.
わかったよ。ついてこい。ただし今度はサラの言葉に答えてやれよ。
Sarah's question.
節田さんも私の敵になるんですか?
Am I Sarah's friend or am I her foe? No, it's pointless to make that distinction. Certainly for Sarah, they're two sides of the same coin. Even total strangers can become friends or foes to her after just a brief exchange. So I don't want to become either of those. I want to be someone who truly understands her, someone who understands how she feels and what she's thinking. The Kudutsu family residence. It's a house in a traditional Japanese style and rather imposing compared to the houses surrounding it. It's eerily quiet, which leaves me with the impression that it has definitely seen better days. In that case, it feels rather similar to Nina's house in Nuashima Shrine.
新規臭い家だろ。これでも昔はもうちょっと活気があったんだよ。毎日のように大人たちが集まってさ、島の今後について熱心に議論してた。けどお袋が出て行っちまってからさっぱり誰も寄りつかなくなっち
Her
まった。
mom left.
まあそれでも広さが取り柄のこの家は私とサラのいい遊び場だった。昔そこに柿の木が生えててな、秋になると2人で登ったもんだ。いつだったかサラが落ちて怪我して切られちまったけどな。
So this is the house where Sarah used to live. Now maybe it's more accurate to say that the Kudutsu family is giving her refuge. They're sheltering the last surviving member of the Garada family from public view, shielding her from anything that might hurt her so that she could live her life in relative peace.
あの頃はサラが出ていくなんて考えもしなかったな。
I'm not sure about the mayor, but it seems to me that Karen still cares about Sarah. I think it's a safe assumption to make at least. Hey Karen, could you tell me whatever you know about the Garando family's past?
具体的なことは何も知らねえよ。ただ 親父が言ってたのを聞いたことがあるだけだ。ガランドー家はバイモン病を根絶するためにその手を汚したって。そしてそれをやめさせたのがクルツケだったって。
Does everyone on the island knows this? No, what? Does everyone on the island know this? Is that why the Galano family was ostracized? Is that why the Kurutsus had no choice but to take Sara in?
まあ、そういうことになるんだろうな。もちろん、今でもガランドー家を信奉してる奴らはいる。ガランドー家のおかげでバイモン病が減ったのかもしれねえんだからな。けど、ことがことだ。表だって擁護はできねえだろ。
I wonder who did the right thing. The Garandos who chose to play the villain and try to protect the island, or the islanders who all too happily designated them as their scapegoat.
昔の話だ。さらには関係ねえよ。
She's right. No matter what happened in the past, what kind of relationship they had with Garando, Sara's name doesn't appear in those stories. She's living in the present, just like us.
いいな。今度サラの前ではっきりしねえ態度を取ったらぶっ飛ばすからな。
I know. When Karan sees me nod, she moves to open the gate.
もう一つ確認だ。また私が暴言を吐きそうになったら止めてくれるか。
Yeah, you can count on me. When we enter, what the fuck? We are met with a bizarre sight. It looks like a burglar has ransacked the house. Did Sara do this?
だろうな。
The fuck?
たくあいつは手間かけさせやがって。
She's probably been haphazardly searching for those supposed documents, although it isn't even certain if they actually exist. She stops paying attention to her surroundings when she's preoccupied with something, huh? That's what Karam told me yesterday. At the time, I thought she was praising Sara for a high level of concentration, but right now, Sara's completely blind to her immediate surroundings.
広い家だ。手分けして探そうぜ。
Yeah, let's with combined effort, Khan and I start searching all the rooms. Most of them have already been ravaged. Sara, what are you thinking going around messing up this house? It's the house where you once used to live, the house that holds all your memories of Khan.
ダメだ。どこにもいねえ。そっちはどうだった？
Same. Here we meet up again to report our findings, or rather, the lack thereof, to each other. Conclude that Sara must have already left.
しかし、こりゃ親父にどやされるな。いっそ泥棒が入ったってことにしちまうか。ああ、なんで掛け軸まで破れてんだよ。
Maybe she was checking for a secret passage or vault behind it.
ねえよ。いや、サラならありえなくもねえか。
Also saw some ornaments that she turned 90 degrees and books that she rearranged on the shelves. I don't think any ordinary burglar would do stuff like that.
やっぱ、サラにはあんたが必要だわ。私にはついていけねえよ。
Am I supposed to take that as a compliment? Sara did this because her ideas are similar to mine, but now I assume that Karan's saying that I'm the only one who might possibly understand her, precisely because we're so similar. Well, maybe she already found what she was looking for.
それを手に入れたサラはどうする？
She'd want to read it right away. In that case, she'd be heading towards the place where she's most at ease, where no one's going to bother her. The shrine.
よし、行ってみようぜ。
Well, the storm. What's wrong, Karan? Let's hurry.
まずい。
Karan looks up and whispers softly. I follow her gaze and notice that the sky is clouded over with dark, forbidding gray.
刹那、今日のところは自分の家に帰れ。海沿いの道はできるだけ通るんじゃねえぞ。
What's wrong? We don't have time to... Is that supposed to be rain? The moment the rain starts dripping on my face.
荒れるって。
What's that? The rain slowly intensifies.
こりゃ間違いなく嵐になるぞ。
Don't mind getting a little wet. We just need to go and see Sara right
こ
now.
の時期の嵐をなめんな。高波にさらわれて死人が出ることだってあるんだよ。
All the more reason we can't leave Sara on our own.
神社は高台にあるから大丈夫だ。
But what if...
しつけえな。サラだってこの島の住人なんだ。嵐の中で歩くような真似はしねえ。
Maybe it would be wise to listen to what Karan says. If I lose sight of my surroundings, I won't be able to do anything.
いつもなら朝には嵐は通り過ぎる。たった半日の辛抱だ。
Alright, let's call it a day for
天
now.
気が回復したら迎えに行くから、それまで動くんじゃねえぞ。
Yeah, thanks. Clutching the collar of my shirt, I turn back on the Kusa family home. The rain's gotten so strong it doesn't make a difference anymore. The wind has picked up too, pelting water across my face. I stop in my tracks when I hear a voice calling out from behind.
過去は過去。事実は一つだ。それがどんな過去でも受け入れるしかねえんだ。あんたにその覚悟はあんのか？
I don't answer and leave the Kuritsu residence behind me. Trying to shield myself from the wind and rain, I stoop over as I walk. Still the summer storm relentlessly keeps trying to beat me down. The past lies behind us. There's only one truth. If the future is still undecided, that means the past is fixed. Is the past an absolute truth? But the passage of time is relative. If the future branches out in front of us, the past should consist of various branches as well. If we're only able to see one of them, but there should exist an infinite amount of branches which we'll never know about. In that case, what's the truth? Whether something is true or false depends on your perspective, and if you change your point of view, things can be both true and false at the same time. So can we really say there's even such a thing as truth? What does Kara mean by one truth? Huh? My train of thought is interrupted. Hey, it's the thing, it's the island. I was gonna mention that earlier, but to get back to the mention, I can't avoid taking the road along the shore, but beyond the raging ocean on the horizon. No way. Great. Pixelated. There's the silhouette of an island I've never seen before, much larger than the offshore platform. It appears to be floating, an island which isn't supposed to exist. It can't be. It's Boryujima. I'm not getting a wink of sleep tonight. Outside my window, the storm rages on. The rattling and squeaking of the windows is grating to my ears. It's almost as if there's somebody outside screaming at me to be let in. Maybe it's the voice of the witch who is menacing this island. A witch from Boryujima. The name didn't refer to this island after all. Whenever the island appears, something is erased from existence. What will vanish from this island tonight? And will we be able to tell that it's gone? Is the future we'll be facing tomorrow the original future we're meant to see, or will it merely be something from a witch's dreams? The night grows late, and as the island is left to the mercy of something far beyond human power. What's in the world? I'm gonna call it a day for now, and we'll keep going next time. This is very likely just another dream. We're starting every day on a dream, by the way, as far as I can tell. So interesting. Sin mother. Let's not read those things just yet. This part is called mother, apparently. Yes, fire, which we haven't seen enough of. Not this, and not in real life either. Oh, interesting story. You missed most of it due to work. They will be uploaded on YouTube. There's like 2 episodes that are currently private, and I still need to cut them up properly. They will eventually end up on YouTube as well. Anyway, thanks for the watching.